Well, whoa. I'm like really, 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 wow. I'm like right here. I extended the phone holder on my phone out, and I feel like this is really close, but it's better than being far away. I've been wanting to make this video for a while, and because, first of all, I haven't made a video in quite a long time. I've been wanting to get back into it for a couple weeks now. So, 2021, here we are. Thank God 2020 is over, but I will say 2021 starting to feel a little 2020-ish to me. I don't know about you. First of all, let's start with pro-Trump rioters storming the Capitol. Like, just when you think things can't get any worse, they do. I don't even know what to say about it other than that it's disgusting and just a really fucking low point for our country. But despite the rioters, Joe Biden was confirmed as the next president of the United States, and we flipped the Senate. Hell yeah. I don't think I've ever been this excited about politics ever. Like, the only good thing to come out of Trump's presidency is that I'm actually like interested in politics now, and that I'm like educating myself on important issues, whereas before I'm like, oh, I think the government knows what it's doing, and then Trump was elected, I'm like, maybe not. Other than the obvious stuff that's happening in the world, like transition of power and the coronavirus, which is more deadlier than ever, I would say. We're up to like 360,000 deaths, I think, which is just insanity. Like, part of me at the beginning of this expected Trump to do the right thing, because I'm like, okay, here's like a deadly virus that's killing thousands of people. Maybe he'll actually wake up now. Nope. I've just been going through a lot of personal stuff. I've talked about it on my Instagram story before, about my anxiety and depression and OCD and PTSD, and that was all just heightened by the pandemic. And I know I'm not alone in that respect. A lot of people that have mental health issues have really just been, struggling more than usual during the pandemic. And I am one of those people. I like to put out this facade that I'm okay and that nothing affects me, and I'm sure there are other people that are like that too. But I've been affected just like everyone else, and even though, you can smile for selfies and like post like fun pictures, like everyone's having a shitty time right now. Like, I don't think anyone is genuinely happy right now. And it's just important to put out there that, we all have our really low days. Like, just a couple days ago, I was like crying on my mom's shoulder because I'm like, I'm so fucking fed up with this pandemic and with this country and with just everything going on. And, we just all have those days, and it's important to talk about it. It's like, okay, well, you want to talk about mental health, you gotta talk about the really fucking dark parts of it, It's like, we can't just talk about, oh, I feel sad today, but I know tomorrow will be a better day. It's like, no, people get like severely depressed for months and years on end, and it's important to talk about that. Like, the reason I stopped making YouTube videos is because like the pandemic really like set in for me like around July, and just from like July up until recently, not that I'm not depressed anymore, but I was in a really like fucking like dark place. Like, I have anxiety medication and that helps a little bit, but that doesn't like make problems go away like that. What is that back there? Oh, I think I'm seeing things. But medication doesn't make your problems go away. Along with the medication, I do go to therapy, which definitely does help. My parents kind of like, I don't want to say forced me to go to therapy, but they're like, you're going to therapy in 8th grade, I believe it was. And because 8th grade, I just really did not give a fuck about my grades, and I just wanted to hang out with my friends. And I did not, have the most let's say, encouraging group of friends. We all just wanted to, like, chill out and, like, not do schoolwork and just, like, course around and stuff. Which I guess is pretty normal for 8th graders. I don't know. I haven't been an 8th grader in a long time. Anyway, I'm getting off track. But my parents made me go see a therapist, and I saw, like, several different therapists before I found one that I liked. And I've been with her for, let's see, I'm, how, almost 10 years? Almost 10 years I've been seeing this therapist. Wow. I've been in therapy for almost 10 years now, and it's helped exponentially because your parents, like, want to hear about your problems, but there's only so much they can do, and they're biased because they're your parents. And a therapist can give you a fully objective view of whatever situation or however you're feeling. And, you know, I know therapy isn't for everyone, but it's definitely helped me. And so medication along with therapy has definitely been my savior during this pandemic because I don't know what I would do. Along with supportive friends and family, if you have supportive friends and family, that is, like, the best. My friends, my family, if you're watching this, shout out to you. Because y'all have really helped me get through this time. It's just really important to talk about because then people know when they're in those low moments that other people have been there before, you know? One good thing that did come out of 2020 is that I'm more confident in my sexuality than I've probably ever been, because even when you come out, that doesn't necessarily mean you're comfortable talking about and expressing your sexuality. And, like, I came out to my family it'll be 5 years ago this summer, and even after that I wasn't comfortable, you know, expressing or talking about it a lot. And then I came out, like, publicly, like, on social media into, like, my extended family almost 3 years ago. And even then I wasn't, like, comfortable, like, talking about it, like, a lot. Like, I talked about it more than I did after I came out to my family, but, you know, I still wasn't, like, comfortable talking about it a lot or expressing my sexuality. And for some reason this year I've just opened up, and, you know, just I feel like I'm more apt to express my sexuality more than I've ever been, which I feel like that has something to do with a friendship that ended, which I talked about in a video I posted in, like, February of 2020, where I had a friendship end. And I think because that friendship ended, I'm more able to express who I really am and not who people wanted me to be, you know? Like, I feel as awful as 2020 was, and as depressed and as sad and as anxious as I was, I feel like I'm more myself than I've ever been, if that makes sense. 'Cause in that friendship really, really weighed on me. And as happy as I am to have that weight off, it's something to adjust to. Like, when let's say someone's been holding down their boot on you for, like, your whole life, and then suddenly that boot comes off, you have to adjust to not having the weight of the boot anymore, if that makes sense. And it's been a lot of adjusting, and it's been really fucking hard, because when someone's in your life for that long, it's, like, not easy to move on, because you're invested in that friendship. You have so much love for that person, and you want them to be happy, and you don't even realize when you've gotten to the point that you're sacrificing your own happiness for their happiness. And I really lost myself in that friendship, I think, because I had the mentality, if she's not happy, then I'm not happy. And that's just not a healthy mentality to have. Like, you have to put yourself first. Like, you have to put yourself first if you're going to be happy. And if you put anyone else before you, then you're not living your life. You're putting someone else's feelings before your own. And I'm not saying you should never think of other people's feelings, but don't sacrifice parts of yourself to make someone happy, you know? And I definitely did that. And I'm not saying that she was a terrible person and that I was a victim. I definitely made a lot of mistakes. I should have stood up for myself more. I should have said no more. I should have, put my foot down more. I should have fucking walked away a long time ago. And, I didn't. And you live and you learn. But that's the difference between me and her, is that I acknowledge my mistakes and I learn from the mistakes. She would rather stay stuck in a toxic situation than own up to her mistakes and grow as a person. And, I can't be a part of that. I can't be a part of that. And, some people might say, Elizabeth, it's been almost a year since this friendship ended. Shouldn't you be over it by now? That friendship was a decade of my life. Like, we were the best of friends. Like, we were sisters. And when that type of relationship comes to an end, it's kind of like, now what? Like, I've been friends with this person for the majority of my life, and now they're not here anymore? Like, what am I supposed to do? It's kind of like the same thing of having, like, a 10-year, like, romantic relationship end. Like, you wouldn't expect someone to get over a 10-year, like, boyfriend or girlfriend breakup in less than a year. It's like, especially when it's, like, fairly toxic, like, it takes you a while, and there's no timeline on healing from this type of shit, Like, you gotta live your life, and you gotta take the time that you need. And I feel like I'm finally getting to a point where I'm accepting that there's nothing more I could have done. And, she made her choice between me and her toxic relationship, and she's got to live with it. It's not my fucking problem anymore. I feel like my face is really pink. Maybe it's just the lighting. Y'all see this acne I got on my face? That's what I love about having to wear masks, is that y'all can't see my acne. Oh boy, that was a weight to get off, and I'm so happy I got all of that out. I've been wanting to say it, and here I am. There's more people pulling into this parking lot. I am getting social anxiety. A quick tip on social anxiety: I notice the more I put myself in situations that give me anxiety, the better I get at handling the situations, because, like, it gives me practice in, like, facing the stuff that gives me anxiety, like ordering at restaurants, or, like, going into the gas station and getting gas, I don't know if that specifically applies to you, but if it does, shout out to my fellow social anxiety, or what? So yeah, I think I've said all that I want to say. Just, hang in there, guys. Hang in there. We'll get through this. I am a hopeless, optimistic woman, and I believe we will get through this. Even though there's a big part of me saying we probably won't, but I think we will. And you just gotta keep telling yourself that we will. So I will see you in the next video, which will hopefully be soon, because I want to get back into vlogging and making videos, because it makes me happy. So I'm gonna do what makes me happy, and you do what makes you happy. And have a good day. Bye bye.